How were Shvat 7 species grown anciently? Imagine walking through ancient fields of Israel, where farmers carefully tended to crops that are now called the 7 species. These crops include wheat, barley, grapes, figs, pomegranates, olives, and dates. Each one was grown using methods suited to the land's climate and terrain. Farmers relied on seasonal rains and natural water sources to water their crops. They plowed fields by hand, planting seeds in the rich soil. Barley was often planted first because it is tough and drought-resistant. It could grow with less water, making it ideal for early planting. Wheat required more fertile soil and more water, so it was planted later when conditions were right. Harvesting was done with sickles, and farmers separated the edible grains by thrashing and winnowing. Grapevines were supported by trellises or natural structures like rocks and trees. Farmers pruned the vines carefully to promote healthy growth and protect against pests. When grapes ripened, they were picked by hand. Some were eaten fresh, while others were dried into raisins or pressed into wine, which was very important in ancient times. Figs grew on trees that thrived on hillsides and terraces. They needed less water than other crops and could be harvested multiple times during the season. Figs were eaten fresh or dried for later use. Pomegranates were grown in orchards, valued for their many seeds. They needed moderate watering and were harvested when the fruit turned a deep red. The tough skin protected the seeds inside, which could be eaten fresh or used in cooking. Olive trees were planted on rocky hillsides where other crops struggled to grow. They are very drought-resistant and can live for many years. Olives were harvested by hand or with poles to shake the fruit into nets. The olives were then pressed to produce olive oil, a vital product used for cooking, lighting lamps, and religious rituals. Date palms grew in oasis areas or irrigated fields, needing warm weather and water. Farmers climbed the trees to cut the clusters of dates when ripe. Dates could be eaten fresh or dried, providing a sweet, nutritious snack. All these crops were grown with care, often tied to religious practices and gratitude for the land's bounty. Shvat marks the new year for trees, reminding us of the importance of these 7 species. They were central to ancient Jewish life, used in offerings and celebrations. Today, they still hold a special place in kosher cooking and holiday traditions, symbolizing the land's richness and the connection to nature.